Gage Wood was born on December 15th, 2003, in Newport, Arkansas, a small town with deep roots and a strong sense of community. Growing up in Batesville, a place where baseball was not just a sport, but a shared local passion, Gage was raised with values of hard work, dedication, and humility. It was in Batesville where he would first pick up a glove and begin to dream about taking the mound on a big stage one day. He was not just any kid playing ball in the backyard. There was a seriousness to his game from early on, a fire that hinted at greatness. At Batesville High School, Gage Wood emerged as one of the state's most promising young athletes. With an arm that quickly gained attention and a mindset built on discipline, he worked tirelessly to improve every detail of his pitching craft. Coaches and teammates saw a kid who wouldn't leave the practice field until he nailed every pitch. He was named to the All-State team and recognized nationally by scouts, ranking among the top 100 right-handed pitchers in his class. Despite his rising profile, Gage wasn't selected in the MLB draft out of high school, a snub that would serve as powerful motivation for the years ahead. Choosing to commit to the University of Arkansas, Gage began his college journey with the Razorbacks in 2023. He entered a program known for developing elite pitching talent, and it didn't take long for him to make an impression. As a freshman, he appeared in 23 games and showed poise beyond his years. With a mid-90s fastball and a breaking ball that left hitters guessing, he notched 5 saves and struck out 42 batters over just 30 innings. The SEC is known for its fierce competition, but Gage adapted quickly, earning freshman All-SEC honors and putting the baseball world on notice. The following season, as a sophomore, Gage's role expanded. He began to transition from reliever to starter, making 3 starts in 22 appearances. His ERA sat at 4.46 over 40.1 innings, and he posted 56 strikeouts to just 8 walks. These numbers reflected more than just talent. They told the story of a pitcher learning to command his game on a larger stage. Though he faced challenges, including a few rough outings, Gage never wavered. He returned to the weight room, worked on his mechanics, and became a student of the game. Every setback became fuel for growth. By the time 2025 rolled around, Gage Wood was poised to become one of Arkansas's key starters. But fate had another test in store. In early February, just before the start of the season, he suffered a shoulder impingement that sidelined him for over 50 days. For any pitcher, an injury like this can be a mental and physical hurdle. But Gage approached his recovery with the same intensity that defined his early years. He watched film, adjusted his training regimen, and worked closely with coaches and trainers to strengthen his arm and mind. When he finally returned, it was clear he hadn't lost a step. His first few starts back from injury were steady and promising. He struck out 13 in just 6 innings against Creighton during the Fayetteville Regional, then continued to impress in the Super Regionals. Gage wasn't blowing away every batter, but he was showing command, resilience, and the ability to dig deep, qualities that would set the stage for the most memorable performance of his life. On June 16, 2025, Arkansas faced elimination in the Men's College World Series against Murray State. The Razorbacks needed a miracle, and Gage Wood delivered something better, a masterpiece. He took the mound with calm precision, fully locked in, and proceeded to throw a no-hitter, the third in Men's College World Series history and the first in 65 years. It wasn't just a no-hitter, it was a record-setting display of dominance. Over 9 innings, he struck out 19 batters, walked none, and allowed just a single base runner, a hit batter in the 8th inning. He threw 119 pitches, 83 for strikes, in a performance that left fans, teammates, and coaches in awe. Broadcasters and analysts struggled to find words to capture the moment. Gage was calm throughout, his fastball touching 97 miles per hour and his curveball dancing past bats. After the final out, there was no dramatic celebration, just a quiet nod, a humble smile, and the words, "I shouldn't have hit the guy." In that moment, Gage reminded everyone that true greatness often comes without fanfare. Arkansas coach Dave Van Horn called it one of the best pitching performances he'd ever witnessed. Teammates swarmed Gage with admiration, but what touched hearts the most was what Gage did after the game. Instead of keeping the game ball for himself, he handed it to his father as a Father's Day gift. That moment, more than the record books, captured who Gage Wood truly is. That performance in Omaha wasn't just a personal triumph. It was a turning point in Gage's career. Scouts who had already been watching him closely now had undeniable proof. This was a pitcher built for the highest levels of the sport. With a draft just weeks away, his stock soared. Analysts predicted he could go in the first or second round, and for good reason. He had the velocity, the control, the mindset, and now the historic performance that validated it all. What makes Gage stand out is not just his arsenal of pitches, but his ability to rise in pressure situations. He doesn't just survive in the spotlight, he thrives. Coaches trust him, teammates rally behind him, and fans see in him a symbol of what's possible when talent meets perseverance. But Gage Wood is more than a baseball player. He's a symbol of discipline, humility, and grit. He is the embodiment of what happens when someone refuses to let setbacks define them. Whether it was being overlooked in the draft out of high school, sidelined by injury in college, or pitching in a do-or-die moment with everything on the line, Gage never flinched. Away from the field, Gage is known for his quiet demeanor, focus on academics, and commitment to team culture. He's not the loudest voice in the locker room, but he leads by example. Coaches at Arkansas often highlight his work ethic, arriving early, staying late, and always seeking ways to improve. He's the kind of athlete that others look up to, not because of flash, but because of substance. As he prepares for the next chapter, potentially a career in Major League Baseball, Gage Wood stands as one of the brightest examples of what young athletes can achieve when they put in the work. His no-hitter in the College World Series will be replayed for years to come, a moment of pure excellence that defied the odds and reignited belief in the beauty of the sport. More than just numbers and records, Gage's story is about how adversity shapes champions. It's about staying grounded, respecting the game, and never losing sight of why you started playing in the first place. Whether on the college mound, a professional diamond, or anywhere life takes him, one thing is certain. Gage Wood will carry with him the same spirit that made a small-town kid from Batesville one of the most talked-about names in college baseball. In the coming years, fans will watch as Gage likely climbs the ranks of professional baseball. He may begin in the minors, learning the ropes at a higher level, but with each pitch, he'll carry the lessons learned through years of trial, recovery, and triumph. He knows how to adjust, how to lead, and how to deliver when everything is on the line. That's the kind of player every team wants, and the kind of person every fan should root for. Gage Wood is just getting started, and if his journey so far is any indication, the best is yet to come.